Here we are working on our exhaust tips today. This is an area in a car that gets particularly dirty. It tends to look pretty ugly pretty fast. We've got a lot of carbon that's come off here out the exhaust. And I like to use a product from Eagle One called Never Dull. It's a pretty well-known product out there. You can get it at most big boxes. Not particularly expensive. It comes with like a wool in it. It's impregnated with a chemical treat. That will come in and offer some level of polish and a little bit of abrasiveness onto your stainless steel and chrome parts. These are stainless exhaust tips from the factory. I tend to find that the one of them gets a lot dirtier than the other because of the way the valved exhaust works on these Camaros in particular, and same with the Corvettes as well, and other cars that have valved exhausts. But I like to just go around real quick and just kind of get a good polish on the outers the whole way around. Pretty easy to do. You know, just you don't have to go crazy here. Just kind of clean them up, get a little of that dirt and residue off. Then I'll come back through and try to get inside the exhaust tips. And this area right along here tends to get a lot of buildup, a lot of accumulation from the exhaust itself. Obviously, you got 8 cylinders up ahead of you here, and those are making a lot of carbon and kicking out a lot of stuff downstream on the exhaust. So come through, just give the inside lip a little polish, kind of watch for where it's burnished in a little bit. You can almost see right there maybe that there's a little bit of stuck on stuff. It just sort of accumulates. Same thing over here on this side. Get a good scrub on that edge. We'll come over here and do this guy too. This guy doesn't get as dirty. The inside exhaust isn't as utilized by the car based on the valve setup in the exhaust. So this one tends to stay a little cleaner, be a little easier to keep clean. This is definitely one of those things that helps frame the car, makes the car look a little bit nicer when these are extra shiny and look a little bit more like polished stainless than just sort of some steel sticking out of the back of the car. But you know, gotta catch that little extra sun. I also find that the actual rim of this edge gets real dirty, so you gotta work your way around that. You know, just kind of see it accumulates stuff, gunk and grime off that exhaust as it works. So typically with this product, I'll use a kind of a rag, something that's probably already not super clean. You're not really worried a ton about swirl marks or scratching. As long as this is, you know, fairly clean and been recently used, you're probably okay. So we'll just come through and give this a good wipe down. Tend to give it a nice solid bit of pressure. This is one of the areas where you can absolutely use a little bit more pressure. It's not like working on paint where you are worried about swirls and scratching and stuff like that. I mean, stainless is pretty easy to fix if you commit some sort of sin. But there we are, we're coming across here, just across the finish line, and that's it. That's one quick polish on your exhaust here on the car.